Good morning, folks. This is a test ride for this new Neewer motorcycle selfie stick. It's clamped onto my crash bar in two places, so I shouldn't have the same problem that I had with the other selfie stick, whereby it started collapsing. And also it'll allow me to mount the X5 farther out for a better field of view. So let's see how it goes. Well, here we are this morning, Sunday morning, going for a ride, trying to test out this MotoVlogging setup that I've got here with the X5 on the Neewer motorcycle selfie stick, which is attached to my upper crash bars in two places, so it should stay at the angle that I want, and it's got locking segments, so it shouldn't collapse like my Insta360 selfie stick, and I should get a better performance out of that. I'm gonna go check on my trailer right now. I'm just out for a short ride this morning to test out this equipment, and also to make sure that I'm all set in terms of video recording for the 2025 BMW RS Owners Ride-In, which should be starting in just under 2 weeks from now. I'll be leaving for Trempealeau, Wisconsin. It's going to take me about 2.5 days to get there, and I just want to make sure all the equipment is up to snuff before I leave. I haven't gone to the trailer for a while, so I'm just going to go check on it, make sure everything is the way we left it, and then make sure that the toilet has got water in it. We haven't used that trailer in quite some time, so it's good to check on it from time to time. It's a real pain in the that the trailer can't be stored right next to my house, because we've got these homeowner association regulations that you know, they don't want anything like that stored next to your house. So you see there, right across the way there is all this storage for trailers and stuff. That's what people have got to do with their RVs, and I'm no different. I've got the same kind of arrangement at my storage facility, which is not too far away. So we go do that now, and I'll resume this later. Off-roading. This is the maximum off-roading that I do these days. It's kind of loose gravel. They patch it from time to time, as you can see. Ooh, wrong turn. And but it's still kind of slippery. And of course, my Bridgestone Battlax A41s are not really made for anything more serious than this. Oh, there's the pigeons looking for water. Before I go to Trempealeau, Wisconsin, I've got to change my tires. I've got to put on my new tires. But that's probably next weekend. Let's see how this goes. I'm going to go check on the trailer now and make sure everything is alright, and then continue on my ride. I'm also going to adjust that selfie stick. I think it's a little bit too low down. Well, just checked on the trailer, and physically everything seems to be alright in terms of nobody broken into the trailer or anything like that. Everything is still intact. But it seems as though I'm out of water, and it shouldn't have been, because I left the trailer with about 1/3 tank full of water. I don't know what's going on, and it seems as though my water pump switch is broken. So I'm gonna have to come back and do some work on this trailer. But definitely gonna have to put some water in there, because the toilet can't stay dry. Oh, what a pain in the butt. This is what happens when you don't have your trailer next to you. Gotta put in the code to open the door or the gate, and I gotta do it twice. Do it for the other gate as well. Now I changed the angle of the X5, so hopefully it's better now, and it's gonna have less sky, so there'll be less overexposure of the sky. Oh, there's a dog saying hi. Hello. I'm probably going to stop in the New Kentucky Park, have a sip of water, and take stock of what we are, and I'll get back to you at that time. All right. Well, I managed to mess up the settings on the X5, and I couldn't figure out how to get the mode changed back from camera to video. So I might have lost some footage. Oh well. Just stopped for gas, and I think I figured it out. It's all set. So how does this angle look? Angle is different. The sky should be less in the shot. The camera is probably at I don't know, almost 45 degrees angle to me, so a little bit different perspective from normal. Heading for the park now, and I'm gonna sit down there and relax for a minute. Yeah, like just in case I messed up and lost the footage, I just finished checking on the trailer, and everything is okay there, except I think that the switch for my water pump is busted. This is what happens when you don't use the trailer and it's just parked. It's parked all the time in storage. Things just go bad all by themselves. I tried to flick the switch instead of a click. It's just moving freely, and the pump is not on. So it seems as though the switch is gone, and the switch is in a panel. So God knows I'm going to have to get that replaced. Hopefully I can just get the switch replaced, and then I also have to put some water into the tank, because I like to make sure that the toilet has got some water in the thing to keep the seals lubricated and moist. I tell you, it's a real pain in the butt to have to store your trailer somewhere else other than close by, where you can keep an eye on it all the time. It's just, it just depreciates the asset so much faster, and that's not good. It's just money down the drain. We hardly use our trailer, so I mean, I really have, got to second guess or think, do we really need to keep this thing? Because I mean, for the amount of usage that we're doing, it's not worth it. Oh, those are the dogs. I think those are the same dogs. They were gone for a while. Now they're back. They used to chase me every time I come to this park, or run along the fence and say hi. Oh. Stop here for a little break. Okay. go. So how does that angle look? It's above my, the level of my head. So it's looking downwards a little bit, and off to maybe, I don't know, 35, 40 degrees to 12 o'clock. So should give a good perspective behind me, especially when I'm riding, on the tour. I should get some scenery all around. So let's take it off and see what we've got going on. I've got the preview remote down here. As you can see, it's showing what's on the screen. One of the things I mentioned before is this attachment, this rubber band attachment to the handlebar for the GPS remote. Don't really like that arrangement. I much prefer a strap, but so far it seems to be working okay, but I don't know. A strap is a little bit more robust and a little bit more secure, I think. Huh. That's still on. And I have to get that, bring it over here, turn it off, hit these concrete tables, scratch everything up. Okay, let me turn this off. Good. Now I don't have a quick release on this, but it does come. The quick release is up here, so I can put my, adapter, because this selfie stick has got a quarter 20 screw at the top, so I can put my adapter up there and then for the quick release, because if I stop when I'm on the road and I want to go into the gas station or something like that, I need to be able to quickly take this thing off. There's another thing I don't like about 360 cameras. You see, the lens, there's two lenses, and the lens is always kind of like, you got to consider how are you putting it down. You can't put it down on it. Well, I don't want to put it down on this concrete thing here, but you got to be so careful, because that could get scratched. And even though this X5, you can replace the lens, that's really a lens guard. You can replace that if it gets scratched. I don't particularly want to do that. I mean, I've had 360 cameras for years now, and I've never had to replace any. But one of the reasons that I bought this X5 is that you can replace it just in case that lens guard gets scratched. So, but still, it's a pain in the to put it down where you've got to be putting it down. You got to be careful and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I've got a little button microphone that not a button microphone, but it's the Insta360 Mic Air that I've got paired to this Ace Pro. It's not being used right now because it's in the package, or it's in the case. I'm gonna switch over to that now and see if we can see a difference. So here we are. This is the Mic Air, and I don't know if you can tell if there's a difference or not. But this is a nifty little microphone. I do like it a lot. I've got that paired to the Ace Pro 2, and for a remote microphone. I've got the DJI Mic 2 set up at home. That's a little bit more bulky. This thing here is so small. It does come in a little case like this. It's got a little wind guard. There's no wind right now, so I'm not using that. It's got a wind guard and a charging cable, and that's it. And a clip to clip onto your shirt, and a little piece of metal, or it's a magnet. I don't know which one is the magnet, but it sticks onto the back of this thing and allows me to mount it to my shirt like this. The GPS remote with microphone that's on the bike right now still is paired to this. That's the fancy microphone and remote, but I've got to have a remote control for this thing, because when this is on the selfie stick like you've seen before, I can't reach out and mess with it. So Yeah. So as a result, I have to have that GPS remote. Oh, and another thing, this Mic Air is a remote as well. It's got limited remote functionality, but I can start and stop the recording from this. I can turn on that camera, that Ace Pro 2, from this, which is weird, and I can stop the recording from this. So that's kind of neat. I still got to learn these. All these gadgets got their own instructions and everything, and I've got to learn all of that stuff. So before I leave for my trip to Wisconsin, I've got to change the tires on the bike. Um, Not this weekend, obviously. Most likely next weekend. Um, I'm gonna make the change. Next weekend, I believe, is a long weekend. So I'm gonna start uh, taking the wheels off of that Tiger and using the Rabaconda tire changer to change both the front and the rear wheels. Um, I've got Pirelli Scorpion Rally STRs. I think that's the name of the tires. I've got them for a few months now, and but what I've got the latest cross spoke duck head from Rabaconda. It's the new design, and I did tell them that when I do change the tires, I'm going to use the old cross spoke or the original cross spoke duck head on one of the tires or one of the wheels, and I'll use the new one on the other wheel and see if I can tell the difference. Now, mind you, those are going to be my second and third tire changes ever. No, fourth, because I did two tire changes before. The RS, I changed both the front and the rear wheels or tires. So I've got two tires under my belt, if you want to say it that way. Of course, I haven't done, so those are different rims. Obviously, they're, cast wheels. And so this is spoked wheels, so quite a bit difference. One of the things that I also want to check is the spokes of, well, both wheels, but especially the rear wheels. Today being Sunday, I released a video this morning about the replacement of one of my spokes. One of my spokes was obviously broken. I didn't know about it, but it was broken, but it was still in place. Uh, it's weird. Well, what happened was I think that the head of the spoke was deformed. It was kind of like where the head is like this, it was kind of like, partially pulled through the hole in the rim, is what I'm saying. So that whenever I was turning and trying to tighten up that spoke, it was just spinning. And even after I gripped it with a vice grip and I was just turning the nut, it was just pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling it through the rim. So that's how I know that it had to have been kind of partially broken and just being held in place by the grace of God in the rim. So I had one loose spoke for a long time, for thousands of miles, I guess. Um, I do have some spare spokes. I got 3 out of 4 spokes delivered to me because they're on back order. One of the spokes, like I said, I put into the wheel, and so I've got 2 spare spokes on hand right now, with one coming. I'm gonna bring that spoke with me, I guess, just in case, and I'm gonna bring my vice grip and my wrench to tighten the spokes. I hate walking with all those tools, but if you're gonna go and you're gonna ride a bike must be trustworthy enough that you don't have to bring the whole bloody garage worth of tools with you. Okay? Um, yes, you drive any vehicle, you go on a long distance, there's a chance that it could break down. You need to call roadside assistance, or it happens with cars as well. But with bikes, I mean, I don't believe that, oh, I got to bring this tool and that tool and all kinds of crap. I understand if you're going all around the world, I suppose, but just on a road trip, a long road trip to Wisconsin or whatever, I shouldn't have to bring a whole bunch of tools. A tire repair kit, make sure the bike is well maintained and it's in good condition before, and it should see all the way through. This is how I look at it. Now I got to think about, oh, I got to pack spare spokes, and I got to pack the wrench and the torque wrench, and this is a pain in the butt. Anyway, I'm going to do it if this bike is to go. I think that the RS is ready to go, and so if push comes to shove and I don't get the success changing these tires easily, or there's some other drama, then I can actually just jump on the RS and go. That's a reliable bike. I mean, okay, so I did change out the shaft, so I shouldn't have any concerns about the shaft. The oil is fresh, the tires are fresh. That's it. It can go. So I see this battery is kind of getting a little bit low on this camera. So I'm going to save whatever little bit of battery left for the ride back home, and I'm probably just going to go straight back home and see what I got, because this ride, like I said, is a test more of the X5 on that selfie stick to see how the angle and all of that kind of stuff. So that's essentially what I wanted to achieve. So. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this video. Thanks for watching. Keep your shiny side up. Stay safe. Give me a like. Consider subscribing. Leave a comment. Talk to you later.